in the game. From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And out now come the Cowboys. Dak going to start out going to the air. And his first look is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. On 1st down, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Purdy off the play fake. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
He's a gain of 9 yards. And this is 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Jefferson. The gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing here, Purdy. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. The left side caught by Diggs.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Final play of the half. Prescott.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
So that one on the defense, but it's going to be declined, and that will send us to Orlando. It's halftime. Here's the coach. Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And it's now 14-0. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. Now Purdy. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy now to throw.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Stephon Diggs, 34 yards.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And down to the 41.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd and 7. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have the Niners' 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Prescott.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Dak. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Pollard going to try the right side. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
They'll run left with Pollard, and they'll get him down right about the 20.
Boy, so that likely would have forced a 4th down were it not for the penalty. Instead, a gift of 15 yards.
That's a tough way to get a gift, isn't it? But the yardage, secondary to what you just described. The big result, a free 1st down.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Running right, it's Pollard.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A second down throw for Prescott. Gets this one to Hill. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
4 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Eagles.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Trying to run for it with Pollard.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 32 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Jackson on first down.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing. That
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. And Diggs has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
But certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott on first down.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. 2nd and 6.
Prescott from the gun.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys and get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Prescott to throw it.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll go deep, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Prescott now.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. But Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down and 8. Now Jackson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to take this home, they'll run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down 20-17. A minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Throwing. Jackson. He gets this complete to Diggs.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he comes back with one complete. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Jackson. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.